I'm stuffed. As expected from the Salmon Innkeeper, your cooking is delicious. It appears I made the right decision to take you along. Just as good as I'd expect from someone who learned to cook from Lucifina. I really hit the spot. Stop, you're making me blush. Gross. Still a bit early for bed. Perhaps I should kill some time before retiring? You! Boomerang, boomerang. Here's a fish for you. Alright. As the night darkens, vampires become more active. I can't keep my eyes open past 9 o'clock, though. Hop, hop, hop! Camping, bonfires, toasted rice balls. Camping out with the whole gang is so fun! Got this. I set up the tent for you. I almost forgot to bring you water, too. Roar! I'm practicing my fire breath. Get in the pot and stay quiet. Hey, warm it up from the bottom for me. It brings a smile to my face to see everyone camped out together in high spirits. I'd absolutely love to take some dopamine and adrenaline level readings. Do you mind if I stick electrodes in a few of our companions' heads? You cannot do that. So now we've got 3 monster lords to worry about on top of these parallel worlds. I feel like I'm getting in over my head. Really? It always looks like you're handling everything just fine. That's because I've dedicated myself to keeping up with you. Like that time in the mountains when we were kids. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. I can always strive to do better. I was just thinking how high the stakes have become. Don't let it get to you. I know I can always count on your support. Thanks. Well, I came along to keep you out of trouble. It'd defeat the whole point of that if you got in trouble for my sake. So I'm going to keep kicking ass and busting skulls. Oh, and healing too. Yeah, healing. You are a priestess after all. Luca? Luca, can you hear me? I'm whispering so only you can hear. Yes, I hear you. Remember what I told you before, Luca? Do not let your guard down around that girl. She should not exist in this timeline. It remains a mystery why she is even here. She shouldn't exist? Wait, are you saying she came from another world? That is very likely. She may be aware of it herself, but it is also possible she is not. But her parents certainly existed, and there's no question they had a daughter in this world. That may be true. So saying you're coming from another world just doesn't make sense. Perhaps not. The strange part is that her mother came home alive in the first place. Something changed and set off this entire chain of events, that's for certain. I trust Sonia. There's just no way she's been deceiving us all along. But if even she isn't aware of it, the implications could be severe. Very severe indeed. Hey, what are you two whispering to each other about? Look, about dinner tomorrow. I'd be delighted if you would fix curry. Hey, come on, speak up! So 3 monster lords to deal with, the 15th, 17th, and Black Alice, not to mention the current monster lord. You confirm there are at least 2 parallel worlds connected to tar rifts, which means there's a high probability of finding even more in the error rifts. Why? Why has history been rewritten? Some paradoxes have undeniably arisen, but... I heard you mention that before, but what's a paradox? Without getting into a technical explanation that you wouldn't understand, there have been some contradictions in time, basically. Does that make sense? Right, for some unknown reason, a part of the historical record has been rewritten. Because of that, a polarity of parallel worlds have sprung into existence. Promestein, you came from one of those other worlds, right? You're in Tartarus for centuries, but you're from even further in the past than that? It's not like I consider the world I was living in prior to being stuck into Tartarus to be a parallel world. That reminds me, do I exist in this world? Since we're hundreds of years ahead of the one I came from. Oh yes, you existed alright. Your alter ego is an utterly wretched creature. I've been losing sleep worrying just what she's up to. Whatever she's doing is probably related to Black Alice. I wouldn't be surprised if the two know more about these parallel worlds than I do. I'd love to meet future me. No, please keep your innocence, though I feel it may already be too late for that. By the way, Promestein, have you figured out who I am yet? Hint number 4. The archangels are far, far beneath me. Not this again. Well, you certainly aren't a cherub. With the powers I've never met, I guess? Powers? They're mine to order around as I please! Hint number 5. I am so exalted that there isn't a person in the world who doesn't know who I am! Wait. You're one of the Seraphim? Eden? Xeon? Or even Gnosis, maybe? Xeon? Gnosis? Who the heck are they? You don't know who the 2nd generation Seraphim are? I guess they must have died in the Great Monster Wars in this world then. No, back up! What are you even talking about? There is no 2nd generation. Michaela and Lucifina are the Seraphim. Eden too. Those 3 are the strongest and most devoted of all the angels. Strongest, sure. Most devoted? That only applies to Eden. But the current 3 Seraphim are Eden, Xeon, and Gnosis. Michaela became the head of the 7 Archangels after their success in winning the Great Monster Wars. Lucifina retired and stepped down from the Seraphim. Winning the Great Monster Wars? As a librarian, surely you're familiar with the details of the 6 Ancestors' Great Seal. You can hardly call it winning the war as long as the Dark Goddess Alice lives. She's sealed for now, but it's nothing more than a ceasefire. No. The Dark Goddess was completely eliminated. The 7 Archangels wiped her and the 6 Ancestors out for good. Yes, this is the proof for certain that Promestein came from the angel world. Wipe them out? For good? But how? The angel army was always the inferior force on the battlefield. It's not true. The 7 archangels were on par with the 6 ancestors. There are archangels on power equaling the 6 ancestors? I have no idea who you're talking about. Promestein, you aren't simply from the past. You're from a parallel world of a history entirely different from our own. A history where I achieved unconditional victory over the Dark Goddess. I thought a world like that only existed in my dreams. Forget this world. Can I go live there instead? I still have no idea who you even are. Despite my current appearance, I am the goddess of creation, Ilias. That's a no joke, right? Ilias is far, far more powerful. Promestine, are there any caves around here? I need one suitable to lock you away in, of course. That threat! You actually are Ilias? Ilias! How long were you pulling out that threat before you actually went through with it? She must have been threatened with that regularly. Oh, Ilias. You're still in your bitch phase. It's still a bit early to go to bed. Are you looking to kill time before bed? In that case, I shall grace you with a new skill. Please do. Are you going to show me another sword skill? No, I shall teach you a holy one this time. You've seen the holy light skill I use, correct? Oh, are you blasting me with waves of holy light? Wait, can I learn that? I believe it should be possible for you. Start by concentrating a holy aura into your palm. I'm just an ordinary human. How am I supposed to make a holy aura? As hopeless as ever. Try this. Think about the time in your life when you were the most angry. Then concentrate that anger into your palm, thinking about how you plan to get revenge, make someone pay for what they did, or whatever. It's funny that it's those kind of thoughts that bring out a holy aura. That's why I have to feel in order to use a holy technique? Well, if you say so. The time when I was angriest. Probably a fight I had with Sonia last year. I'll get you back for that! I'll make you pay! Ah! Crap! I'm sorry! Well done! Keep practicing and master the technique. Luca learned Holy Light. I'm surprised at how easy that was. I thought it'd be impossible without some kind of special power. But I guess I was wrong. That is because... Actually, you can wait for another time. Now I'm really curious. Let me teach you another handy skill. Here, sit down like this and meditate in silence. Is this some kind of mental training? I'm terrible at that stuff. Luca sits down and crosses his legs. Now calm your emotions and begin to meditate, just like I am doing now. Empty your mind. Luca quietly meditates. Luca's HP has been restored. Wow! What was that? Ilias, did you just do something? Ilias? She fell asleep. Luca learned meditation. And now I'm feeling sleepy too. We all turn in for the night. So, 3 monster lords. I had to face the reality that this is Alfie's the 15th isn't faking it. My army, especially the 4 heavenly knights, would never follow an imposter. But if that's really my mother, the army would naturally be hers to command. I'm happy to learn that she is alive, but why hasn't she reached out to me? Feels like I've been judged unfit to be Monster Lord. Like I was so weak that she took the crown back from me. All I know is that you said your mother was supposed to be dead. Would you tell me more about her, if it isn't too painful to talk about, that is? We never actually knew if she died or not. She simply disappeared. After years of not hearing any word from her, she was presumed dead. This all happened when I was still very young. One night, my mother slipped out of the castle and vanished. Last monster saw her so that she was headed in the direction of the Taurus Rift at the ruins of Remina in Helgondo. Tartarus? Everything keeps coming back to Taurus. After that, she simply never returned. I've always wondered whether she met with misfortune or actually intended to disappear. Either way, the throne is only allowed to stay vacant for a year. I became the 16th Monster Lord and my mother was declared dead. It's hard to believe she's returned after all these years. I gave up hope that she was still alive a long time ago. Now she's back, and I've been reduced to this. We practically switched places. I can't imagine this as mere coincidence. That white rabbit and my mother have to be connected somehow. She's become the Monster Lord over me as well. Even I don't know what that really means. Probably that I was unfit for the title, though. The rabbit stole my power away and got me booted from my position on top of it. Whatever is really going on, you're being too pessimistic. Based on what the rabbit has been telling us, things aren't nearly as simple as that. She said she's leading the Monster Lord, right? I mean, she literally led you to another world. Perhaps. Anyway, and that makes sense why the 4 Heavenly Knights haven't rushed to my aid. Grimberia supposedly fought with Alphys the 17th, and I have little doubt that my mother ordered her to do so. Even after all this time, the 4 Heavenly Knights are close to Mother. Everything is slipping through my fingers. Since when were any of the 4 Heavenly Knights close to Mother? Unless you're talking about since you became like this. I mean, from your childhood, I don't think so. I mean, they all came to challenge you for the position of Monster Lord. I mean, Tamamo is Tamamo, and she's basically raised to the 15th just like she raised you. Grimberia was a child, just like you were. And Arabeti, I don't imagine Arabeti letting go of her tsundere ways to be close to your mother. I mean, she challenged you in order to make things better for the slimes, and that was it. The Monster Lord's throne, my power, my knights, I've lost them all. That means there's only one thing left I can do. Alice, no. Take back everything I've lost! The throne, my power, my army, all of it! When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade, make life take the lemons back! What are these? I don't want your damn lemons! Do you know who I am? I'm the Monster Lord who'll burn your house down! With the lemons! She may be my mother, but she's screwing everything up. If she doesn't like me fighting back, she can come say it to my face. If those idiot knights can't put up with me, I'll knock them around until they learn who's boss. I'm going to give that rabbit the beating of her life, too. She's the one who really made a mess of things for me. I'm counting on your support, too, Luca. There's no coincidence that my mother has reappeared at this exact time. Her, your father, the great disaster, they're all linked somehow. I'm going to recover my full power and get to the bottom of this. Of course, this adventure is for both of us. If we continue down this path, I just know we'll discover the truth. Answers we seek lie at the end of our journey. Actually, more like at the 2/3 point of our journey. Or I guess halfway point, since part 3 seems like it'll be as long as part 1 and 2 combined. Answers we seek lie at the end of our journey. Alice and I need to stay resolved and committed to seeing this through. It's still a bit early to go to bed. You look like you still have some energy to burn. Let's practice your swordplay again. On guard! I'll teach you how to really thrust with a sword. Alright, thank you. He begins to train intensely with Alice. Good. But stabilize your upper body. Step into the thrust while minimizing your body's vertical movement. Like this? I think you got the idea. Now you just need some actual combat experience with it. Luca learned Thunder Thrust. This skill is quick to execute compared to most others. You should be able to act before anyone else when you use it. It's also a thunder skill that will do a large amount of damage to anyone weak to thunder. Thank you, Alice. I'm really beat now. That's because you waste too much energy flailing around, tiring your body for no gain. Your movements should be like the wind, your body like the earth, your mind like water, and your technique like fire. That's the epitome of battle. If you can't master it, you'll never reach your true potential. It sounds nice and all, but it's easier said than done. Sheesh, it sounds like we need to start with your mind. Here, sit down, meditate. I'm terrible at this. Lucas sits down, crosses his legs, complaining the entire time. No bitching. It said that the fallen angel Aragora was able to heal her wounds simply through meditation. It's surely apocryphal, but there are nonetheless many benefits to clearing your mind and focusing your concentration. Again, especially in this world with so much extra mana and so many more healing spells available, what makes you say that? I mean, I pointed out in the original, you can heal people with your frickin' eyes. Why is meditating to heal such a big surprise? Luca quietly meditates. Luca's health has recovered. Wow, you weren't kidding. I feel so much better. Wait, what? This isn't supposed to happen. What's that crazy body of yours made of? Huh? You said that fallen angel was able to meditate and heal her wounds. I only told you that to shut you up. It wasn't meant to be taken literally. Healing through meditation is not physically possible. Again, what justification do you have to say that? Miss, I can fully restore someone in one turn with my eyes. But... See, I did it again. What the... You're scary. Hey, stop poking me. You can learn meditation. You're impossible to figure out. How in the world can you heal yourself without using any magic? After all that, it's finally time for bed. We all turn in for the night. It's so lonely in the Sonulus route. It's just me and Alice.